Aloha and good day, friends and yogis. I'm Nicole Spirit, and today in the house we do have two sleepy dogs. We've got Puppy Fin, Puka Dog. Hopefully you can kind of see them. They're super chill and their energy is beautiful. If you have a little extra love and intention, you can send it to Puka. She's got to have a little medical procedure coming up soon, so just sending Puka some love. Just see if you can visualize her really healthy and happy, and that's what I've been doing. So welcome. Today's class is about love. I simply wanted to call this class I Love You. When you receive a love t-shirt in the mail from your bestest friend ever, you wear it and you make a yoga class. So today's class is called I Love You. How is that for a nice start? So I thought we'd get seated on our mat, get really comfortable, and I wanted to share from my favorite deck of kids cards, What's Your Power? And today we picked the love card. Love is my power. I am love. I am compassionate. I am kind. I give love, receive love. I embody love. I am love. When did you give or receive love today? How did it feel? So I've already given the dogs some love today and they gave me love back. We had a little cuddle this morning in bed and they're like a nice hot water bottle all along your whole body, just cuddling up into you, and that just felt really good. So I'm so grateful that you're here. Thank you for listening to my Babylon. And if you haven't already, let's just start to find a movement in our body. We're just gonna sway our back from side to side. So hands on the knees. This is similar to move the body like a river, but we're simply doing it in a seated position. You can also call this seaweed spine. And this is just a nice way to move your body, especially just feeling your back, noticing where you might be tight, where you might have some energy in the body that maybe is a block and you'd like to keep everything flowing and smoothing along. Let's just do a couple more moments. And then we're going to do seated spinal cord breathing. So we're gonna bring our arms in front, make two little gentle fists like you're holding a little hummingbird because it fell from the tree, and you're just gonna place it in a box and leave it there overnight. And then it flies away in the morning, super beautiful. So let's inhale, we're gonna round the spine and bring the arms forwards. And then we're gonna exhale and we're gonna open up through the neck, through the shoulders, through the elbows, and arch back. So we inhale and round forwards, we exhale and open back. And you just get into a little bit of a flow here where you notice your spine is also breathing. And if you haven't already, create a nice, long, smooth breath. Let's do this one more time, each direction. Good. And then we're going to gently lower our arms. Take your hands now onto your heart, and I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to take 3 conscious breaths and bring yourself right into your heart chakra, Anahata chakra. I want you to visualize that you have the most beautiful garden there, the most beautiful sanctuary, anything that you would imagine to be a heavenly place. I want you to create that in your heart. One more breath. And just anchor this feeling into your body, into your mind, into your heart, that when you need some love and compassion, if you take 3 deep breaths and imagine coming into your heart space, that you can activate your neurological cells within your heart. Good, let's release the hands now. We're gonna gently take the right leg out to the side and just continue to sit up nice and tall. Notice that you don't slouch, you maintain your beautiful posture. And today we're going to do a little variation. We're going to take our right hand and thread it over to our left knee. So that brings you into a little bit of a twist here. And then we're going to bring the left arm up right beside our head. Big inhale breath, and then exhale, we're going to dive over towards our toes. So what tends to happen is we fold down here. Just keep your shoulder, the left side lifted and reaching, and notice this really cool cross pattern of your arms going in the opposite direction, really just squeezing out any stuck energy that is anything unlike love. You want to get rid of it. Let's come up gently now. We'll release both arms, and then we're just going to switch the feet. So take your right leg folded in, your left leg can be extended, not open too wide or hyperextended, just in a nice place. And you're smiling. We find our inner smile, and then maybe it percolates to the outside world. So your left hand is going to come onto the left knee. You can even slide it up the thigh a little bit. And then the right arm is going to reach straight up. So you're smiling, you're feeling good. You take a deep breath, and on the exhale, we're going to dive over and reach towards the left side. So again, if you reach too far, that takes you out of this nice lateral bend. So just notice how it feels to get this really nice opening in the right side body. And then you're going to also feel this twist in the middle of your core. Should feel good. Right shoulder stays open, and then we're going to sit back up. Big inhale, and let's gracefully release the arms on an exhale. Now you can keep your legs folded in Sukhasana, easy pose, or you can bring both legs nice and wide. Wide leg, forward fold. So see how this feels for you. You can even adjust your sitting bones, bring them out and away a little bit, and just notice that you've got this sense of grounding and rooting, almost like you're an amazing electrical prong that's plugged into the ground with electricity and magnetism, but it's not an electrical technological device. It's you, this human, amazing, brilliant force of nature, right? We're connecting with the sun, we're connecting with the earth, and we've got this sense that in our heart, we're in a heavenly Babylon type place. This is our own creation. So this is the whole idea that we do create heaven on earth. Your hands are going to lean forwards, and this could be it for you today. Try to maintain a nice length in the spine. Do up your belly. So plug in your belly towards your low spine, your second lock or bandha. And then you just play. You can extend your arms over your legs. You can reach in front. You can pet the dog's little cute booty. And then we're just going to allow our heart to come forwards. I kind of giggled because this shirt says love, but the way I read it in the mirror, I couldn't see the L, so it says ove. So I ove you. One more breath. And remember, of course, playtime. You can sway. This is kind of fun. Just find a little creativity here, a little bit of movement. Moving the spine like a river. Seaweed spine. Good, then come to center very gently. Start to walk yourself back up. That should all feel really, really nice. Let's gently now bring the knees and the feet together. We're going to arrive on our hands and our knees. So bring yourself so that your hands are directly under your shoulders, the knees are under the hips, and you want to pay attention to that inner zipper that's up the front line of the body. So do up your belly again, bring in that navel lock. The belly reaches up towards the spine, you hug in that core energy. Keep your neck nice and long, you don't want to dump into the shoulders, you want to push the ground away. Keep your ears elongated away from your shoulders. And then this is a place where we're going to find a nice movement in the hips. So let's just make a couple of circles in the hips. If this bothers your knees, you can always double up the yoga mat. When you've done 3 circles in one direction, go the other way. And this again has room to play if you want to dip down a bit more, if you want to do more of a motion in your ribs. You can do whatever feels really good for you right now. Good, and then we're going to come back to center, and we're just going to pause here. So the next thing we're going to do is come into a nice pigeon pose. We're going to draw the right knee up towards the right wrist, and we're going to extend that left leg long behind us. Good. So see how that feels. Then we're going to gently draw the right foot up. You can bring it up with your hand. I like to keep a nice flex in that ankle, and that's going to keep all of the joints of the leg protected. So lift yourself up to start. Just notice how it feels to lift up into King Pigeon. Enjoy that feeling. And then we're going to gently lower down, and you can come into Sphinx arms. Remember that core connection. We're still hugging in and up with the belly, with the navel. I'm going to pull up my pants. And then I want you to just hang out here. See if this feels nice. Try not to dump and collapse in the neck. And another variation you might choose is stacking your hands and resting your forehead. Getting a nice third eye activation here, just opening up your intuition, your inspiration, and breathing. Another variation, of course, is to relax your arms all the way down to the floor and breathe. And I love the little reminder that your yoga mat says, I love you. So every time you get on the mat, it's like at least some energy is projecting back that beautiful essence of compassion and care and loving kindness to yourself. And then let's start to make our way up very gently. Come back so that your arms are extended. And then we're going to walk our hands over to the left. So push the ground away. It's almost like you're in downward dog arms. You're pushing the ground away, and this is just going to accentuate that stretch in the right hip. And then if you ever wanted to do some fancy playing, bringing that left foot up, we could always float that left arm around and maybe take hold of the foot, maybe take hold of your pants, and just notice how this feels. And this is going to be a good prep pose for your mermaid. So play with that wherever you're at. Release your leg with ease and kindness. We'll release that left arm. Walk back to center. Left toes walk in towards your body again. Right foot releases. Slide the knee back. Good, and just be here for a moment. Notice the difference in your hips, if there is any. Nice breath and good inner smiling, a good inspiration. So left knee gently floats up to the left wrist, and your right leg is going to straighten out comfortably behind you. This could be enough for you today. If you want, you can draw that right leg up. Keep a generous fold in the ankle area. And first we'll try King Pigeon, just sitting up a little bit. You're always welcome to put a block or a folded towel underneath your hip for extra support. Breathe, soften. And then when it feels right, start to lower down. Activate your core. Find that Uddiyana Bandha, the second lock of the body. We have 3 primary locks. One is at the root, one is at the navel, and one is at the neck and throat. So you're activating your second lock. You're breathing. Maybe you found Sphinx arms, you're not collapsing in the neck. Another variation is to stack the fists, and then of course, arms straight out in front. So you choose what feels perfect for you today. And here's a gentle little reminder in our I Love You class that you are perfect just the way you are. You can write yourself a little love note today. Dear Nicole, you are perfect just the way you are. Love, Nicole. Write yourself a note like that. And then when it feels right, we're very gently going to walk up and keep yourself lifted for a couple more moments. We're going to stay up here, and then we're going to gently walk our arms over comfortably to the right. Get to a place that feels good and push the ground away. Notice that extra stretch in that left hip now, your moon side, your feminine side. And then if you're feeling like you want to try a little variation, maybe you draw your foot towards your bum. That's it. Option 2, take your arm up and over like a big rainbow, and maybe you have a strap around your foot if it's not close enough to reach. You can also take hold of your pants. And then eventually, we'll fold our elbow and our toes will fit in the elbow. And we'll come into our mermaid pose. One more breath here. Good, and then release that right leg. Walk your hands back to center. Walk your right toes back towards you. Then very gently unravel that left leg. Spirals out, comes back, and then you're gracefully on all fours again. Wonderful. We're gonna curl the toes under. We're gonna lift the hips and the knees, and we're gonna come into down dog. When you arrive, you can bend your knees heavily and send the hips up into the sky. Then walk your dog. We already did that. All right, now fan. Lift and lower through the heels. And then gently we'll walk the feet up towards our hands. And we're gonna arrive in a forward fold. Let your head be below your heart. Breathe here. And then ever so gently, we're gonna come up to standing. Let your body stack on its own magical bones and arrive upright. And when you do, take Tadasana, mountain pose. Find yourself nice and comfortable. Lift your toes. Your feet can be hip width apart or as close as touching. Then lower the toes and come into that space where you feel like you're a regal mountain. Visualizing how a mountain and the land merge into one another so you don't even really notice that you're separate from the earth. You're just this mountain, and you're in that peaceful place in your heart that's now a love place that you can go to with 3 conscious breaths whenever you need it. Let's just be like an owl who turns its head. Owl always love you, one of my favorite bumper stickers. We're gonna bring the hands together at the front of the belly. Fingers are pointing down, and we're simply gonna open our wings and turn our head to the right. So open the wings, turn your head over to the right, and keep your chin coming right over your right shoulder. Then we're gonna come back with the hands and with the head, and we're gonna turn to the left, and we're gonna look over our left shoulder. Be like an owl, such a beautiful, majestic creature, back to center. Let's do one more in each direction. Smile, breathe, let something go. Come back. Last one. And when was the last time you told yourself, I love me? Return to center. Good. Let's open the feet wide. Before we do anything else, we're going to put our hands on our heart. We're going to close our eyes. Little humble yoga when our eyes are closed to try to maintain balance. And I want you to visualize, even for a split second, your beautiful garden, your beautiful constellation, something that is so much your happy place that when you're breathing and smiling into your heart, you know how greatly loved you are. And let that go. Hands can come onto the waist now. We're going to do a forward fold. We're going to arrive so that we're in this nice half lift position, and then start to float your hands down. They might not reach the ground, and that's totally fine. You might arrive with your fingertips on the floor. Another option is to open your feet a little wider too. And today we're going to do a twist. So if this is good, you hang out here. If it's available, you're going to take your right hand in front of your chest, and then we're going to take the left arm up and over. Big inhale, and exhale to reach up. This is such a nice feeling. You can wiggle your fingertips, tickle a cloud, and then take your right arm and bring it down. See if that's available. Maybe your forearm arrives on the floor. If that's way too much, just stay where you are. And last, one breath here. Beautiful. Start to bring yourself back up. Release that left arm down. It comes right under the center of your sternum, and then we'll go to the right. Big inhale, and exhale, lift and twist. Come up to center, and then decide if you maybe have that space today to fold your left elbow. If that's not comfortable, just please stay here. Another option is just to keep your hand on your hip. Good, and we'll take one last breath here with whichever variation you choose, whatever is perfect for you today. Way to listen to your body and honor what you need. And then let's release that right arm down. Both hands arrive underneath your shoulders. You can drop the head a little further, and if it's available, hands float onto the ankles. You don't have to do this, of course. Hands come in front, walk your feet a little closer together, toe heel walk, come up to standing. Beautiful. And then we're gonna transition to a warrior two and a Shanti Virabhadrasana, which is a peaceful warrior. So let's make sure the legs are one leg length apart. Your right toes are turned out 90 degrees, and we form a line to the instep of our left foot. Arms float out to the shoulder height. Notice that you drop your shoulders down from your ears, and we're gonna look over our right extended arm. Big inhale, and then exhale to bend the right knee, come to a comfortable place. Don't let your knee go over your ankle. And we're gonna gaze out past our fingers and imagine creating a love line going all the way around the earth and coming back into our fingers at the back of the body. They're called Akka cords, golden threads of light that connect us all with love and healing. Then we're gonna lean forwards like somebody's shaking our hand, big breath, and then exhale, lift up and back. And for Shanti Virabhadrasana, peaceful warrior or goddess pose, peace fingers if you're feeling it. We remember that a wise warrior never engages in true physical battle, but we always have our wits, our heart, and our love to guide us. Good, windmill the arms back, start to straighten that right leg, and then we're simply gonna drop the arms down. Right foot turns in, left foot turns out. How are you doing? Take a breath. Come to your happy place in just a thought with a smile. I'm in my happy place right now. So grateful to share it with you. Arms are gonna be shoulder height. Another little thing you can do is bring your left arm on a 45-degree angle, plug it back in towards your shoulder joint, and then release out to the sides. Big inhale breath, you're looking over the left arm, and exhale, point the toes, bend the knee, and sink down. Warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Feel this nice power in both of your legs, both of your arms. Do up your second lock of the body, your belly lock, in and up. And then send a loving thought out of your left hand through your fingers, go all the way around this beautiful earth and come back into your right hand. And just think about the golden threads of light that connect us all with love and harmony. Then lean forwards like somebody's grabbing your wrist or hand. We're gonna lift back up, bring your right arm down, and you're coming into your peaceful place. You can take thumb and index finger as a mudra. You can take your peace fingers. You can just gently gaze at your reflection. One more breath. Good. Straighten left leg, drop that left arm, and let's bring that left foot back in. Toe heel walk your feet together, end with a jump, and then we're gonna jump up and down a few times. This is super good for keeping your bones strong. Good. 2 or 3 times is enough. It shocks your bones and gets them to be twice as strong, so it's really good to impact the bones. Then we're gonna stand with our feet about hip width apart. Find your nice breath, and let's open heaven's door, as if we haven't already. So let's start to swing our arms. Let your hands make contact with your body along the belt channel. And you breathe. And you can look over your shoulder as you turn. Get a nice deep twist in the spine. We're listening to Pleiadian angel music. I'll leave the link in my description. Pleiades are a planet constellation known as the Seven Sisters, and it said that all native cultures on this planet believe to have contact with beings from the Pleiades. They're said to be our cousins, very close in energy to humans, except they are of the fifth dimensional nature, and it's considered that they are here to teach us unconditional light and love. So if you think about the Pleiades or the Seven Sisters, notice the vibration in your heart. There's many books, many authors who talk about the Pleiades. Barbara Handclough, Amora Kuan Yin, Christine Day, Elizabeth April, Lori Ladd. Good, slow it down. Barbara Marciniak. Come to center and pause, breathe. And the last thing we're gonna do is shake our tree. So start to shake and bounce. And remember that when you shake your tree, you can't be in a bad mood. Try smiling now too. You can be like, oh, I'm so pissed off about something right now. And you're like, dude, it's all good. Shake your tree. You can bounce in the heels a little bit. You can dance. Shake your tree. And what kind of tree would you be today? You can choose something every day that's different. Today I'm going to be a tree from where I live, an arbutus. Pacific Northwest. We're full of ove here. And the most important message I can give you is, I love you. And guess what? I love me. Good, come to center. Now we pause. Just see how you feel. Bring your feet together. You're still checking in with how you feel. And we're gonna end with a standing version of Shavasana, which is bamboo in the wind. So place your hands gently, interlace at the thumbs, and hands arrive over the lower belly area, just under your belly button. A nice place to be is closing your eyes here, breathing right into your dantian, your energy center where your hands are. And we start to imagine this place like an energy reservoir where we store and contain extra life force energy. And breathe. You might close your eyes, you might just gently rock and sway, you might be surprised at the direction that your body is moving. Let's take a couple more mindful breaths right into that elixir field, our energy center known as the dantian in Qigong. In yoga, we call this the second energy center, the sacral chakra or orange center. In Japanese, we call this area the hara, the fire, the passionate energy in our belly. Just slow it down. And thank you for doing this class. I want you to do one more loving thing for yourself today. So make yourself a tea, have a date with yourself, take yourself to lunch, read a book, get a massage, do something that's totally self-loving for you. Have a bath or shower. And at the very least, we can come into our heart and take a few breaths and create an awareness at our heart center that we are greatly loved, loving, and lovable. I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. and an amazing evening. And when you go to sleep tonight, take a couple of moments to just meditate on you being as happy and healthy as possible. Notice if you have any negative thoughts. You're not allowed to have anything negative on the mind. And this is a good, one of my yoga students said this yesterday, this is a good little barometer, is don't say it to yourself if you wouldn't tattoo it on your body. I'm sure it's some kind of meme or something, but anyways, good reminder. Would you tattoo I love you on your body? Yes, I would. Or you just write it on your yoga mat, so every time you arrive, it just says it right there for you. So wherever you are, let's start to slow down our bamboo. Take a nice deep breath. Remember to visualize yourself at the end of your day, feeling grateful and imagining yourself as healthy and happy as possible, even for a couple of moments. And I'm going to do the same for myself and for my dogs and for your animals and your people, imagining this whole world as healthy and happy as possible. Let's come to stillness. Gently make a clockwise circle with your hands, honoring the direction of digestion. Just notice this energy field is filled with all this good, beautiful chi, prana, life force, mana. And then very gently with a sigh, we're going to let our hands go. Bring your hands to your heart. We dedicate the merits of our practice to all sentient beings. May we all be relieved of our suffering and dwell together with great fruitfulness and harmony. The light in me greatly honors and sees the light in you. Namaste.